Can you just tell me about the impact Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had on your career, early days at United?
Yeah, for me, it's obviously someone that I'll remember for the rest of my career. My family will remember for the rest of my career. It changed their lives. It changed my life. He gave me the trust. That's all you need in a manager. If you give them the trust, they'll trust you to go on that football pitch and give them what you want. He helped me off the pitch as well. He made sure that I became a professional. I was obviously a young age. I was 18, 19 years of age. I was still chilling with my friends, but also with the people behind me. I had older people like Zelf Ranlington, for example. They're getting onto the 30s, and they've experienced things that I haven't experienced. So they made sure that I stayed on my path, I stayed in my lane, and I concentrated on something that they see as a talent.
When the news struck that Ole was leaving the club, like how did he announce that, and how did that affect the dressing room?
For me, I didn't know because I was at Norwich, so it just came out of the blue. I obviously sent the manager a text. I sent him a good text. He responded to me. He told me that if I keep concentrated and I keep willing to do what I want to do, then I'll get to the top. And that's the trust that he has in me. That's the confidence he has in me, and he's always had that confidence. And for me, it's just to listen to them words, to the legends, to the manager, to the ex-bosses. Like, if anyone told me that's been in the game and done stuff that I'm going through, then I'm going to listen to him. It's common sense. Like, they tell me what I'm going to do or tell me what I should do, I'm going to listen to that.
And what impact did Cristiano Ronaldo have when he came to the club and when you guys found out he was coming back?
Yeah, same again. I wasn't there when he first came back, but since I've come back, he's been a massive influence. He always talks to me, makes sure that he don't leave anybody out. He talks to everybody. He's not like I'm the superstar here. I'm not going to talk to anyone. I'm just going to do my own thing. He talks to everybody. He gives me advice. He talks to me. He has a joke with me. It's just normal stuff when you have a colleague that's a footballer. Because at the end of the day, he's a colleague of mine. Like, even though he's Ronaldo, he's a colleague of mine, and I have to respect what he's done, but also I have to respect what he says to me as well, because he gives me advice that I've not been through before. He's got the experience at every single competition, so for me it's different, and it's a real privilege to have him there, because I used to have a season ticket watching him weekend after weekend after weekend after weekend. So to share a changing room with him, it's a privilege.
When Ten Hag came in and you met him for the first time, how did that affect you? Like, what methods did he bring in that were different to what Rangnick was doing? Because I know you weren't there obviously during Rangnick, but you'd be in the WhatsApp group or whatever with the players.
For me, the mentality changed when he got announced and that the gaffer was coming in, and I just knew on the holiday break some players might be having a full holiday, and I need to take advantage of that and get back into training and be fit. I'm currently injured now, but I should be back very, very soon, hopefully. So for me, it's just about getting back to my 100%, showing the manager what I can do, and going into training and proving that to him, because it's easier said than done. That I can say I can do this and I can do that and I can do this. It's about showing it and putting it onto the field and putting it into matches and stuff. So I'm just really excited to do that.
I know about your injury, but is it public knowledge, your injury?
Yeah, like it's a back problem. It's a back issue. So some of these things can be difficult sometimes. You got to be careful with them, because if you come back and it's not proper, and you have 2 games, like 2 games ain't enough to impress people. Like, you can have a bad game, and that might be your first game, and you can come back and people will accept you, the fans will accept you and be like, oh, this player should be playing, this player should be playing. So you need to get back on that level where you know you're 100%, you know that you're capable of playing at this level, and you need to show, obviously it's a new manager and new rules and new systems, so you need to show that manager. It doesn't matter what everyone says on the outdoors. Like, I don't listen to Twitter, I don't listen to Instagram, I don't listen to all these stories. I listen to what the manager tells me. That's all that matters. Whatever's said in that club is all that matters. So for me, it's just impressing him.
A lot of stories in the media about sort of the influence of Cristiano Ronaldo and Paul Pogba and all these stories that are potentially being leaked. Like, what was that like to deal with in the club? Like, knowing that you can't say anything really because, you know, it was or wasn't true, but like, how was that to deal with?
I just think with a club that size, a lot of stories come out when the club's doing well. Like we've done well recently, we won 4 on the bounce. We'll probably win 5 when we play Leeds. So stories that when United don't lose, the papers need stories to bring out to make the league interesting, because it's the biggest club in the world. So you're expected these stories that come out. I read them sometimes, or my friends sending me and like, is this true? And I just laugh at them because it's ridiculous. Like some of these characters that are in the club are so helpful, and they help the club, they help the team, and without them, it's a completely different team. Like even with Paul gone, with Jesse gone, like they're big characters. When you lose characters like that, you need to replace them. And big characters, they bring something else, not just on the pitch. They bring stuff off the pitch as well that bring the team together and associate with the team. They bring the oldest and the youngest together, and because they get it. They've been through what we've been through as young players. They've gone through the system where you come up to the first team and you're a bit shy, you don't really want to talk to anyone. Like I came to the club and I'm speaking to Cristiano Ronaldo. Like I was watching him when I was 7. It's not easy. Like you need people to drag you in. Like I had an interview the other week at the start of the season where I told people I'm the best dresser, and Cristiano comes in now and says, "Oh, you're the best dresser, but you come in tracksuits every day." Like for me, it might not be a big deal to him, but for me, it's a big deal because I know I'm the best dresser. I don't come into training as the best dresser because I come in as comfy. I just want to be comfy. So I come in tracksuits and he moans at me for being in tracksuits. But for me, he don't realise that gives me a boost in the morning. And I wake up, and people don't realise that on the outside. People might see him as being arrogant and stuff, but he's completely the opposite. Like he talks to everybody, like he gives advice to everybody, he helps everybody. So for me, when I hear some stories, I just think, like, where do you have the time? Where do you actually have the time? Like, I don't see that in boxing. Like, I do see a bit in boxing, like, you get critics and stuff, but Lyndon doesn't get what I get. But I don't really listen to it. I don't really care what comes out. You know what I mean?
Just a few more from me, Pogba, because I know the other guys want to speak to you. Harry Maguire is under a lot of scrutiny in the press and with the fans at the moment. How is he in the dressing room? Like, how is he mentally? Because he's the club captain. You know, how strong is he?
Like for me, I said, people don't listen to the outside world. Harry will go into training 100% every day. Harry will go, whether it's starting a game, whether it's not starting a game, will go in 100%. We don't care about the outside world because, like I said, the only thing that matters is the opinions on the inside. The opinions on the inside, it means the most important. If you're doing well in training, who's some little idiot sat on Twitter going to tell you that you shouldn't be starting a game? Who is he? I don't get it. I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. Harry is a top fella, top captain, top player. He'll have a great career. He's already had a great career. He's on stepping stones, and he'll get to the top where he wants to be. He's already at the top. He's captain of Man United. I dream to be that one day, and he's already done it.
Just lastly for me, because Lyndon's coming out, and I know you'll want to get ringside. What are your ambitions for the season? You've been included in that 25-man squad. What are your ambitions for the season on a personal level and also on a professional level?
For me, it's just to beat my personal record that I've played already. I've already played 50 games for Man United, so it's about beating that. It's about getting more appearances in Man United because not many people, it's a privilege to play for Man United. Even if I've only played one game, you play 100 games, it's the same. I played for Man United. No one can ever take that away from me. I've played in Champions League, Europa League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Premier League. No one can take that away from me. So it's just about building on that, building on the appearances, building my name, building to get into the England squad, get into the World Cup and everything. So for me, it's just about doing that.